We're making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Civil Politics. This is my second time today. Please, but I think this is very, very important. So Elon Musk has been throwing tantrums. He is throwing tantrums because he did not get a license for his Starlink for him to do business in South Africa. So he's saying Ubana he was born in South Africa and now he can't get a license because he's not black. Is that fair? Is that fair? Now I am just cycling back and I'm thinking to myself, Elon Musk was very close to Donald Trump. Yes, things are dying down now between them, but they were very close. And during that time, when the propaganda started spreading, Uguti, there's genocide in South Africa, Elon Musk is trying to put South Africa in a corner where South Africa is going to do what he likes. I think this is such a crucial time for us to have a voice like the EFF. The EFF has come out right now. They are condemning or addressing Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa, don't fold. And if you do fold and you strike a deal with Elon Musk and break the rules and you give him this license that he must come and operate here in South Africa, we will not let it go. Either we'll fight it in parliament, we'll fight it in court, we'll fight it. We're going to fight it on the streets. That's what the EFF is saying. So before I get right into it, let me play you guys this clip from Elon Musk, and then I'm going to read what the EFF is saying. I'm going to look at the comments, and then I'm also going to read the article because there's an article that's out, and I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Of course. This is part of the reason why South Africa, all of a sudden, we're a hot topic in the US. We are enemy number one. This is exactly. Now, let's get right into it. Let me play the clip for you first.
Otherwise. And so now I'm in this absurd situation where I was born in South Africa but cannot get a license to operate in Starlink because I'm not black.
Well, it looks
Does
like
that
that's
seem
about
right to you?
Looks
Does
like
that
that
seem right to you?
looks like that's about to change.
I just asked you a question. Please answer. Does that seem right to you?
Well, those rules were designed to
Does that seem
bring
right to you, yes or no?
those rules were designed to bring about an era of more economic equality in South Africa, and it looks like the government has found a way around those rules for you.
I asked you a question.
This is your interview. Everyone wants to hear from you.
I asked you a question. Yes or no?
Not
Racist
for me.
laws, yes or no?
Not for me to answer. I have got a question for you about your government work,
like
though, and the
racist laws,
amount of
then.
savings.
Why do you like racist laws?
This is not for me to answer. Come on.
Yes, it is.
Now, you wouldn't be trying to dodge a question.
You have to
that
ask
is
a question.
difficult.
So that's Elon Musk. I didn't know that he was so rude. Elon Musk. I didn't know that he was so rude, disrespectful rather, entitled maybe. Sana, a billionaire. Ungati, this is his only business. A billionaire. Now let's read what the EFF is saying first. The EFF says, we condemn, EFF condemns President Cyril Ramaphosa reported unconstitutional promises to Elon Musk, Starlink to bypass regulations. Ramaphosa has no authority to bypass parliament and black economic empowerment laws to please foreign billionaires and white capital. Starlink threatens national security and local industry, and we will resist in parliament, in court, and in the streets. South Africa's sovereignty is not for sale. So I do want us to look at the comments now and see. People are divided in the comments. Some people are saying, no, the EFF must leave this thing because it's going to bring employment opportunities. Of course, that's the white people. And then some people say he must be confronted with the motion of no confidence when he comes back, which is Ramaphosa. Someone says, who's going to buy Starlink because it's expensive? Ramaphosa has sold South Africa to his masters. If the ANC and the GNU partners agree, they will easily make the promise a reality through parliament. That's another sad thing. And again, the DA is pro Trump and Elon Musk. So, of course, they will vote with the ANC. Whew. Okay. Now, I want us to read this article. This article is written by Business Tech. It says that South Africa changing its tune on Starlink. South Africa's government plans to offer Elon Musk a workaround of local black-owned laws for his Starlink internet service to operate in the country, aiming to ease tensions with both the billionaires and US President Donald Trump. The offer will come at last-minute meeting planned for Tuesday night between Musk or his representatives and delegations of South African officials traveling with President Cyril Ramaphosa, according to 3 people familiar with the discussion. It's meant to diffuse the onslaught of criticism by Musk and Trump, who've spread the conspiracy theory that there's a genocide against white people in Africa, most industrialized nation. Before Ramaphosa's visit to the White House on Wednesday, said the people, who asked not to be identified as they are not authorized to discuss the matter. The alternative to so-called black economic empowerment laws that in some cases require 30% black ownership is not specific to Starlink and Musk, the people said. It will be applied to all information and communication technology companies, including those from China and the Middle East, the people said. A so-called equity equivalent option would instead involve investment in infrastructure or training, or providing Starlink kits to rural areas in order to help improve internet access. The auto industry in 2019 signed up for a similar workaround that involved the largest car manufacturers, including BMW, Ford Motor, and Toyota, setting up a fund to invest in bring disenfranchised groups into the sector. BE rules were introduced after the end of apartheid, during which black people were subjugated and excluded from the formal economy by the ruling white minority. Today, white people earn, on average, 5 times what black people earn. According to official statistics, and own the vast majority of farmland, despite, according to, white people earn on average 5 times what a black person earns. According to official statistics, and white people own vast majority of farmland despite making up 7% of the population. The new rules for ICT companies aren't about providing access to a single company, but rather part of a broader strategy to create an enabling environment for international investment and expand digital connectivity across South Africa. South Africa's Department of Communications and Digital Technologies said in a response to a request for comment. Talks on launching Starlink in South Africa stalled earlier this year after Musk and Trump ramped up public rhetoric against policies such as BEE laws. Musk, who was born in Pretoria, claimed that he was not allowed to operate his satellite service in South Africa because I'm not black, and accused the government of having openly racist ownership laws. Trump has also granted refugee status to white minorities in South Africa and criticized a law that gives the government the power to take the land for public purpose. The act is similar to U.S. eminent dominant laws. Though the law in South Africa allows for expropriation without compensation in certain cases, such as land that's been abandoned, state-owned property not in use for now, no land has been seized. Trump twice last week repeated the false claim that white people are subjected to a genocide in South Africa. And a South African court in February ruled that there was no evidence to support the claim, calling the idea clearly imagined and not real. South Africa's talk with Musk over Starlink won't necessarily form part of a proposal of a larger trade deal with the U.S. through Getting Musk on board may assist with more positive engagements between two countries, said the people familiar with the discussions. Starlink's technology, which relies on a constellation of low Earth orbit satellites, would be a potential game changer for South Africa users whose historical faced expensive and unreliable internet options. Only 1.7 of rural households have access to the internet, according to 2023 survey compiled by statistics in South Africa. So yeah, when I learned when it's been designed that South Africa, in order for Ramaphosa to have a productive conversation with Trump, he must first have a deal with Elon Musk. It's saying that if Elon Musk and Ramaphosa have a deal, then it might help with the discussions with Trump tomorrow. Yeah, so it's just all in a mind game and a manipulation, and I think they've spread this rumor on purpose so that they can gain one. And it's so sad that AfroForum is just a toy soldier and just being used. They don't even know what the US is benefiting or Elon Musk wants to benefit. Because it was very strange, Uguti. What are they getting in return? Or Trump for spreading misinformation? What is it that they are getting in return? I think now we've got an answer. It's just so sad that they are using ignorant AfroForum who's just not willing who are ill-disciplined, in fact. So, let me know what you guys think, because I think this is exhausting. Tomorrow, Ramaphosa's meeting with Trump. We're praying for him. Well, we'll see how it goes. And big ups to the EFF also for making sure that Bakadumzila and making sure that Ramaphosa does not sell away the country just because he's trying to please Elon Musk. Yeah, well, we need someone who's sober in the background. So, it's quite sad. Even the delegation that Ramaphosa and Benai on Chaveni. You know, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. I'll meet you guys in the comment section. If you don't know who I am, my name is Geopolitical Belana. This is Simple Politics. Please let me know what you think, because, wow, this is a lot. Until the next one. Aluta continua.